Gonna do another review. This time it's gonna be on Skullduggery from 1983. So how do I explain this movie? Let's start off with saying it's Canadian horror film. Role-playing games were huge in the late 70s, early 80s. I don't have to tell anyone who grew up in that era. So, and obviously so were slasher movies, so someone came up with a bright idea up in Canada to blend those two genres, even though we don't get that much fantasy or sorcery. So, it's more of a stalk and slasher movie. I didn't expect it to be that much of a stalk and slash movie. But it follows this lead character named Adam, who has this blood curse where his ancestors was like a warlock or something. They were evil, so he's inherently evil. And he gets lost and delusionalized in playing this role-playing game. And it's not like they sit down and play it, and that's the whole movie. It's like they play it for like 2 hours at night, and it's like a random gathering of people that don't even like get along, and they're like all different age groups, and it makes no sense really. So they're playing this role-playing game, and the dungeon master leads them into dark situations, and Adam works at this theater, and they just do this long 30-minute stretch of theater night where it's all these random open mic night skits, and it's all these theater freaks in multicolored tights, you know, the type of kids that you went to school with that would have like 7 bracelets on one wrist. That's the type of people you have to deal with, and it's just a bunch of random people in costumes, and he works at a costume place and then also at the theater, so it's just random him going back and forth there and killing people in costumes. And so like the dungeon master will be like, oh, you're gonna encounter this evil sorceress in a white dress, and what are you gonna do? What's your next role? And then later that night he'll run into like a fortune teller and like stab her. That's actually the only good kill. He's getting his fortune told and he ends up stabbing this fortune teller. It's pretty awesome. But it's really not that great, and what do you expect from a movie called Skullduggery? And what else do I have to say? That pretty much sums it up, because the whole second half is just terrible. Most of it is just stalk and slash, like I said. I can't even believe the body count ends up being 15. And it's just so much random characters that don't even... They're just weirdos who just say random stuff, and he goes to like costume parties and just like thinks those people are evil, so he starts to kill them, you know, that type of delusional stupid stuff. And that pretty much sums it up. I give it a D overall. Only way you could get anything out of it is if you played role-playing games back then and you could relate to it, which everyone dabbled in it if you grew up in that age, from what I understand. But even then, you're still going to be bored out of your mind. Anyway, Skullduggery, I'm out. That was the review. 80's Slasher Marathon, October 2013. Click on the channel for more. I'm out.